Video, are you zoomed in on Argus?
That's full wide right there.
Okay, thank you. Just let me know if you zoom in, otherwise I'll think I'm
Sure.
crashing towards it.
I'm just gonna touch in a poke here to get that edge clean.
No problem.
Right there, I'll leave it there.
Perfect, thank you.
Well, we are having sonar issues with Argus. Yeah, I know, need that one. What's left to this ship move?
We have
Mike, is the sonar just not powering up?
we've got about
We've power
15
cycled
meters
it
left.
a bit. Just let the ship get to the end of the move here, and I'll try some other things with it.
Okay.
But it usually it's automatically trying to restart now, but it doesn't seem to be working.
We've got about 15 meters left in the move.
Roger. Yeah, just let him hold up there.
Yeah.
Could we get a zoom on the middle of the screen?
The middle right now, just in the.
Yeah, that anemone probably.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, video.
What are you? Hello, buddy.
Some interesting marks in the sediment to the right of that thing.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much.
Roger, full wide, please. Get back out ahead here. Argus sonar looks like it's trying to work again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I need that.
And again, for our viewers at home, if you notice those two little green dots in the middle of the Herc view, reminder that those are giving us scale down here on the seafloor. Those two dots are about 10 centimeters apart, and it allows our team here to get a better perspective on the biology down here, rock sizes, sampling, where we're going, all that good stuff.
So,
We're steadying up in our position.
Roger, thanks.
Did I lose sonar again?
I'm just power cycling the software here.
Oh, I see.
Looks like we've got some more friends joining us on nautiluslive.org. So again, I want to welcome you to the bottom of the ocean. We are on the seafloor now in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument off of Kingman Reef, exploring a ridge. We recently got to the seafloor, so we're just beginning our expedition today. And we'll be down here for quite a while, so make sure you stay tuned. And remember that we have our question bar open now. So if you have any questions, feel free to send those in, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. And we hope that you enjoy exploring with us.
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long to find the heads either. Yeah, power cycled that one already. It's not good.
So what you're all seeing now on the Herc view is we're moving up this ridge, and we're seeing a muddy
I
bottom
just
right
want to
now.
hold on for the sonar for a minute.
Roger.
Restart that machine. Yeah, I'm not sure I can get back into it exactly. Yeah, but it shouldn't take that long. That's it's having comms issues. Yeah, I just did that. Yeah, I did the software. I don't want to do the computer if I can't get back into it. Okay. All right, Rennie's on the case. Yeah. 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 All right, we're gonna restart the sonar computer, see if that gets us anything. Having comms issues with it.
Okay.
Don't save any settings in there, yeah. Don't save. Yeah, that's right. Let's just power cycle that again, just for, just to say so. What's that say? Superior? Super micro.
For our viewers at home, if you're having any audio issues, I suggest switching around to some of those other feeds that we have. We've got our Herc cam feed, our Argus cam feed, and that quad feed. So if one of them is giving you an issue, you can switch to the other one and still see and hear what we're doing here.
Al, are we getting reports of the garbled audio?
Yes.
Okay, I'll come up.
Victory? Yep. Nice. Okay, we've power cycled them, so yeah, fire the software up. This one here. And then there's a Herc profile. Yeah, that's it. And then the green run button up in the top in a second. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Okay, that's the speed you want to see. Should be good. Oh. But it should have. Why isn't it grabbing both? Can you power cycle Arguses again?
Sure.
Kylie?
Mesotech's off. Coming back on.
Okay. Now I have to remember this arcane menu system here. This doesn't work. Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
that's good.
It's Windows. There you go. Uh-oh.
Never mind. Oh.
Can you, Kylie, you know how we reset the Argus
The mux?
there?
Yeah.
Go do that, will you?
Sure.
Not hopeful. All right, your auto heading is off and everything now. You have to set that up again.
Thank you for the heads up.
Back on 270.
Sure.
Come on, man. It's not right.
Yes.
It's having it's having a hard time. Is this, Am I on the right head? Yeah. This is high. What's this one at? Oh, I think I had that one selected in there. No.
Only once? That's pretty cool.
Running out of ideas here. No. Just doing the same thing over and over again now.
I want to give a shout out to our friends Marty Momsen and Samantha Wishnack watching at home. Hello, and thank you for tuning in.
Hi, friends.
Excited to have you along for this dive.
No, it's not on the same
I
card
think
in the
I know
MOX.
Sam.
So it shouldn't.
Sounds
as far
familiar.
as that goes.
I don't know why.
You might, I don't know.
She always has such nice earrings on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I noticed that.
those nautiloid earrings. Shout out to Sam's earrings.
Yeah.
Wonder, like if I pick the lowest one.
So the old off and on didn't work for that one, huh?
Cycled this and cycled the MOX. We've reset the computer and the software. Yeah. Yeah. I already did this.
See, we got Ed McNichol watching too. Hey, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
I lost me, Ed.
Mike, are you comfortable going ahead if we just keep
Yeah.
Herc out in front?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cycle everything one more
Okay.
time. We'll go while we're waiting on it.
While you do that, I'm gonna do another gauge check.
Sure, yeah. All right, you can move the ship, Chris.
Alrighty.
We'll see you in a couple weeks, Ed.
Making sure. Alrighty, I'm gonna go with 20-meter steps.
Roger. Sounds good.
Bridge nav. Can we get a 20-meter step bearing 268? Thank you. Alright. Called in, starting to move.
Roger. All we had to do was start moving.
For our viewers at home, you're hearing our ROV team and our navigator communicate with the ship as well, because when we're moving these vehicles around, we also have to move the ship along with it. So it is a nice little dance that they're all doing together to ensure the safety of the vehicles and to allow us to explore. And we're starting to see some more rocky features coming out of that sandy bottom. So these rocky features are more likely to be hosting some of these deep water corals that we're on the lookout for. So keep your eye out.
Put that back on the, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Stopped again now though. Oh, I just reset it and power cycled it, but it only, it's very intermittent.
Bridge nav. One more step, please. Adding another step in.
Roger.
Can I take your bubble?
Yeah, go ahead.
At 2 for main comp.
No, nothing. You know, you can see the res there, right?
Up top.
If you tilt up, yeah.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
It,
Yeah, and then put it in the bottom of the screen, and you'll see it pretty well, I think. Other way. Bring your
down.
camera up. Yeah.
Yeah,
up.
it's the white one
More,
up there, right?
More. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got 5. Cool. Thank you.
Again, to those viewing on nautiluslive.org, we've got a really cool Argus cam view right now
Thank you.
with Hercules illuminating the seafloor. So make sure you check that out. The water's nice and clear. We get a good view of Hercules. And you can see that
Really going
Hercules
now.
is above the seafloor, right? So we're kind of flying through the water.
That's on 100 meters too, right? Put that on 50. That Argus one, yeah. Might behave better. Yeah, 10-meter divisions. Yeah. Yeah. It's not having a good day.
All the way leading up to waypoint 1, it's a pretty constant slope.
Copy that.
What's the range to waypoint 1 at this point?
Range to waypoint 1 is 280 meters.
Okay, thanks.
Bridge nav. One more step, please.
If you like boulders, you're gonna love the view that we've got on Herc right now. Got a big old cool rock. I do like rocks, so I'm being only a little bit facetious here. Got some cool geology on the seafloor, and it looks like there might be something in the middle there. Not quite sure.
Looks like a sponge.
Sponge or something.
Yeah, in the middle of the screen. Do you think this is the edge of a cliff, or do you think this is just a really large boulder?
It's a boulder.
Yeah, we'll be pulling up on a mass wasting event. That's kind of where we start the dive track. So these are probably just boulders that are further downhill from that mass wasting event.
A big feature that just slumped off.
Yeah, and you're finding a lot of angular rocks here, and not a ton of manganese coating on some of these little boulders, meaning that it's probably not that old of a mass wasting event. And by not old, I mean like a few million years young.
So mass wasting, does that mean when you just have stuff like breaking off and falling, a bunch of stuff
Yeah,
at
basically
once?
the cliff at some point kind of failed in this area.
Oh,
Ooh,
hey,
look at that little guy.
little shrimpy.
Big shrimp.
Little shrimpy, big shrimpy.
Jumbo shrimp.
Pop of color.
Yeah, I think there's enough people around.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, yeah. Unless you can fix
Yeah.
the sonar. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they're troubleshooting it at ISC right now, so yeah, and they're probably listening to us talk about it as well, so. Oh, well, my half is.
There's another little shrimp.
Hey, shrimp. Those little bits hanging off the bottom of the boulder, if I remember correctly, those were formed by foraminifera in past dives that I've seen. Can science team confirm or deny my suspicion?
Steve might be able to write in from the lounge.
Phoning a friend.
Steve, if you're out there. Ooh, that shrimp's got some long things. Another nice sponge here. Oh, hey Steve, I was just wondering, the little kind of bits that are hanging off the bottom of the boulder, in the past I remember hearing that those are formed by foraminifera. Does that mean anything?
Can you confirm or deny?
They could be foraminifera. We'd have to get a close-up of the rock, but yeah, there's a bunch of different encrusting organisms that they could be
Gotcha.
on the base of the rock there.
Cool. Thank you, Steve.
Bridge nav. One more step, please.
Mud and rocks and mud and rocks.
Yeah.
Could we zoom on the stocked something that's just to the left of Mongo?
Yes, second.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead there, video.
Maybe our first coral? Maybe? Or... Is that a stalked crinoid?
Uh-oh.
It's not a
Disturbing it.
crinoid.
Back up off here a bit.
Looks like a snow globe.
Oh, no, Steve said it is a crinoid. Okay. I have never seen such a small crinoid.
It's very tiny on the end
adorable.
All right, you want to come wide there, video?
Come
Have to
wide.
Start moving ahead.
Well, I hope you enjoy all of that debris in the water, little
Full wide.
crinoid.
It's food.
Exactly. Grab it up. For our viewers at home, a reminder that those little specks that we're seeing in the water is something called marine snow, which is debris from the upper levels of the water falling down. And that's what all of these animals on the bottom who are filter feeders, they're grabbing that out of the water and getting their nutrients from that debris. And there's also animals that live on the sediment and, you know, eat up all the sediment, kind of take out that nutritious stuff and, you know, excrete the sediment back out. They're kind of like little Roombas on the seafloor.
Is it true that no two marine snowflakes are alike?
Bridge now.
Some of them are poop, some of them are flesh, some of them are...
Add one more step, please.
Sort of like a Brothers Grimm version of snow. I don't know if I would want to make a snow angel in this. And these areas that we're exploring on the seafloor are normally in total darkness, so the lights from our vehicles are definitely probably surprising. Some of the things we're coming across down here, as they normally live in complete darkness, because these are depths that the sunlight does not reach. But our lights allow us to see them for a little bit, and then we're on our way.
It almost looks like cobwebs on this boulder.
Yeah. Nice little pile of sediment at the top.
Corals, one on top, one on the side.
Ooh, coral.
It looks like two different types of coral.
Mm-hmm. So the branch structure that you're seeing coming off of this boulder is a coral colony. So a reminder that this is a colonial animal. They're invertebrates that, you know, build a structure that the little polyps sort of live on, and those polyps are filter feeders, grabbing that marine snow out of the water and getting nutrition from it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get a little bit of a zoom on that.
Yeah, go ahead, video.
Coming in.
That is shrimp. Hear the laser? Heard it off. That should be good. Thank you.
Coming out.
Yep.
Full wide.
Can we,
Roger.
do you think we should try to zoom on the other coral that's on the top of the rock?
Try for a quick one. The ship is passing us by, though.
Okay.
If you guys want to take a second, I can just let it hold station here.
I think I'd rather get moving to the track line for the dive.
Okay.
We're still in the approach.
Bridge nav.
Steve is saying that the one that we just looked at is an octocoral,
One more step, please.
a primnoid.
This will just be a
octocoral.
quick one, but go ahead, zoom in video.
Is this a Chrysogorgia?
I believe you.
I'm testing my skills.
I mean,
Or
it's beautiful.
Iridogorgia.
Steve is affirming that you're,
Yes!
yeah, nicely done.
All right. Whenever you need to move, we've got some captures.
All right, full wide, please.
Thank you.
Full wide.
Roger.
Shout out to Steve Oskovich for giving us a little primer on our coral identification. I'm going to test my skills throughout this expedition.
Got approximately 240 meters to our first target.
Roger.
Looks like a nice track from something in the sediment there.
Looks like somebody's
Oh,
laying
yeah.
beneath Herc, just outside of the shadow of Herc.
That's cool. Something scuttled along.
Yeah. Looks like it might be further down there. Maybe a Halotherian sea cucumber or an urchin. Is that another fish on the seafloor there?
Oh, yeah. You want the fish?
Only if it's not going to slow us down.
No, we'll take a peek. Go ahead and zoom in.
Coming in.
one of the ones that Steve showed us today.
Yeah. Come wide.
Coming wide.
Bridge nav.
It looks similar to the other one, but it's not.
Add
up
another
on
step, please.
Tall
It's not as
tripods.
tall.
Look at that little pointed mount.
No, what's this feature?
And then there's like a dip right behind it.
Something was digging a hole.
Yeah.
It's
Throwing
a
it
similar
behind
one
it.
to the opposite side. You can see in Argus.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Look,
There's a
actually
couple of them.
Yeah,
yeah.
little dimples.
Hey there.
Do a little zoom there, video.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's a nice shot.
Steve is saying this is some type of hydrozoan, solitary hydroid.
Is that full zoom?
Probably
Nope, I
not.
can come in further. Coming in.
Yep, go ahead.
Ooh,
Pretty.
Wow. That's great. Thank you.
beautiful.
Okay.
It
Wide,
looks
please.
like those big air puppets that you see outside of a used car place.
Flying inflatable
Yeah.
tube men? Or flailing inflatable tube men?
More elegant, though, of course.
That'd be fun to have one of those on top of Nautilus.
I would. I always think of Bohemian Rhapsody when I see those things. It's like,
Why is that?
Just a big
"Any way the
interpreted-
wind blows."
Doesn't really matter.
I always think of that.
That's a cool rock.
That is a cool
Bridge
rock.
nav.
Yeah.
We do love rocks here at Nautilus
One more
Live,
step,
not
please.
just the biology. And the feed may look black and white to you, but that is the color of the seafloor right now that we're seeing. You can see the color on Herc's arm right there in the corner, so we are showing a color video, but rocks in the sediment have a nice, grayscale going on. We'll see some more color once we come across some more biology down here. And again, we've got some more friends joining us on nautiluslive.org. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first dive of this leg of the 2019 expedition season. We're going to be exploring some areas in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument, including Kingman Reef, Palmyra Atoll, and Jarvis Island. Our first dive today is off of Kingman Reef on some ridges to the southwest, opposite of where Okeanos did some exploration in past years. So we're excited to take a look. And a reminder that you can send in your questions through that live feed. And thank you for joining us.
Kind of long fish to the right.
Oh, wow.
Can we get a zoom on the fish, please?
Yep. Just let me get in a bit closer to it. Oh.
Not if he doesn't want it.
Go ahead, video. Try and get something there.
Coming in.
Little camera shy.
Ooh, is that the one where we can see its brain?
Can come in a little tighter here.
Yeah.
Or not. Coming wide.
Roger.
Magic trick.
That's a cool shot in Herc. Just looks like lunar landing or something.
We are coming up on the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, July 20th, right after our expedition comes to a close.
Oh yeah, that's right. 1969.
I would launch into the Even Stevens song, but I won't subject you all to that.
I swear that is exactly how I remember what year.
Me too.
We'll sing that later. It's already stuck in my head, actually.
I know, me too. I'm like trying so hard.
Yep. Zip it up.
Don't want to make my watch hate me just yet.
The previous fish was a halosaur. Information provided by Steve in the lounge, I believe, where he's watching.
Name means salt lizard. So we're also interested in the fishes that we're coming across here, not just the corals and invertebrates. Taking a look at some of the fish biodiversity.
Bridge nav.
And just generally getting a good picture.
One more step, please.
So again, this is the first dive of this leg of the 2019 season. So we have been transiting for quite a few days to get to this first spot. We all met up in Honolulu, Hawaii, and that's where, this expedition team all got together, and we set sail, and we have I don't even know how many days we were transiting. I lost track after a while.
It was about 4.
About 4 days, yeah. So we are very excited to be diving right now. But we made some awesome maps along the way. Got a good idea of some of these areas.
I thought it was 2.5, so that shows my ability to keep track of time.
It all blends together.
Every day is Tuesday.
Exactly. So yeah, you're right in saying that the mapping and navigation folks definitely had stuff to do while we were transiting, and the rest of us were preparing. Our ROV team was, checking on the vehicles, making sure everything was ready, doing all of those safety checks that they have to do, and making sure that the tools we need are properly on the vehicles. I know from my perspective as an educator, I was working on, we had a few live interactions with some schools. We were, connecting with people, talking about the expedition, as well as working on building some content for my museum back home, the Franklin Institute, where I'm writing periodic blog updates and stuff like that. But now that we're diving, very excited to have control van time. And to those wondering if there's a specific format to questions being submitted, you can submit whatever questions you have about our ocean exploration, about this expedition, life at sea. We'll do our best to answer them. We do have, a order of operations here, so I'll always give way to our ROV team who needs to be talking next to the science team, and then I'll come in and try to answer any questions. So I hope you won't be upset if we don't get to your question right away, but we will try our best to answer your questions. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for wanting to submit questions.
Allison, the Argus sonar is behaving a bit better now.
Yeah?
We can probably, we can do some bigger steps.
That would be awesome.
Want to get us up
yeah, the faster we can get there, the better.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think we just want to make sure that we get up on those ridges during the dive.
Yeah, no, it's done a few cycles now. It looks okay.
Looks like another halosaur.
Yeah.
All right, next step, bearing 260, 30 meters.
Roger that.
Hey,
140 meters to first target.
Roger.
Giant boulders, huh?
Yeah, they're surprisingly large boulders.
And how can we tell if something has a manganese crust on it or not?
It's kind of difficult. Manganese colony has like what's called a botryoidal surface texture, which is kind of a little bumpy.
Okay.
And so if it's kind of uneven and bumpy looking, it's likely iron manganese.
Gotcha. So for our viewers at home, what we're talking about is these rocks, these boulders, over long periods of time, get a crust on them of manganese, which is something that is exists in the water, and starts to form a layer on those rocks.
And if I remember correctly, some of the manganese collected from Kingman Reef, this area directly, had some of the highest cobalt concentrations of any manganese deposits in the Pacific. So they might even have a bluish sheen in some of these.
Oh, cool.
We probably won't be able to see it through the camera, but maybe when we cover samples.
Cool.
The issue in this area, though, is the sedimentation rate's really high, so the actual formation of most of these manganese crusts is slowed down because you need a hard surface to grow off of. But maybe on these ridges that we're going to be investigating, we might find more. We'll see.
We shall see. No, wrong one. And if you check out our quad view right now, you can see a beautiful early morning over the Pacific Ocean. It is dark in the control van right now, but I trust the camera to tell me it's sunny outside.
There's another long stalk.
You want to do a quick zoom on that while we're ahead of the ship?
Yeah, go ahead, video.
Ooh.
Bridge now.
Should be good.
One more step.
All right, wide trees.